Hello student, today's topic is pharmacognosy of cinchona bark and the process of section cutting of cinchona bark from the subject pharmacognosy and the phytochemistry 2 practical subject code BPT 594. This topic is for BPharm third year 5th sem, presented by Shubham Pal, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, JIS University. So, first of all, what is the objective of today's topic? The first objective of the today's topic is to know the pharmacognosy of the cinchona bark in detail. That means the synonym, biological source, geographical source, family, chemical constituent, macroscopic, microscopical character, chemical identification test, and the therapeutic uses of the cinchona bark is to know the whole pharmacognosy in detail. That is the main objective or the first objective of today's topic. And the next objective of today's topic is to know how to perform the process of section cutting of cinchona bark in our lab and how to study the microscopical character of the cinchona bark under the microscope in detail. To know the whole process step by step is the second objective of today's topic. First of all, synonym of cinchona bark. The synonym of cinchona bark is Jesuit bark. Second one is Peruvian bark. Jesuit bark and Peruvian bark are the two synonyms, or rather two of the synonyms of cinchona bark. Next, biological source. It is the dried bark which is obtained from the plant Cinchona calicea, Cinchona officinalis. Cinchona calicea and Cinchona officinalis is the biological name of cinchona bark. It contains not less than 60% of total cinchona alkaloid. So these are the biological source of cinchona bark. Next, the family of cinchona, which is Rubiaceae. Rubiaceae is the family of the cinchona. Now, the geographical source of cinchona, that means in which country or which places the cinchona is cultivated or is found. The country where cinchona is cultivated or found are India, Bolivia, Colombia, Peru, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia. These are the some of the countries where cinchona bark is found. Cinchona plant is found. Next is macroscopic character, which is known as well as the organoleptic properties of the cinchona stem bark. Color of the cinchona stem bark is dull brown gray. The odor is slight and characteristic. The taste of cinchona stem bark is intensely bitter and astringent-like taste. Shape of the stem bark of cinchona are in shape in form of quills like shape, as well as it has some curved like shape also. Size of the stem bark of the cinchona is up to 30 cm in length and 2 to 6 mm in thickness. That is the macroscopic character of the cinchona stem bark. Now, the macroscopic character of cinchona root bark. The color of the root bark is the inner surface and the outer surface of the root bark are in the same color, which is brown color. The odor of the cinchona root bark is similarly as like as the stem bark is slight and characteristic. The taste of the root bark is bitter. The shape of the cinchona root bark is curved like shape. Sometimes It has twisted or irregular chained or channeled like shape also. The size of the cinchona root bark is 2 to 7 centimeter in length. So these are the some microscopic, macroscopic character or organoleptic character of cinchona root bark. These are the some appearance, some picture of the cinchona plant and the cinchona bark. Now, the microscopic character of cinchona bark. In the left hand side, these are the transverse section diagram of the cinchona bark. In the upper side, the cork is present. Under the cork, in that position, the phallogen or phallogram is present under the cork. In the cortex position, the calcium oxalate crystal and some starch grain are present in the cortex portion, but steroids are absent in the cortex portion. Calcium oxalate crystal and starch grain are present, but steroids are absent in the cortex portion. Under the cortex, the secondary phloem are there present. In secondary phloem, there are some sheath tubes, some fibers. Also, the phloem parenchyma are also there. In the most downer part of the transverse section of the cinchona bark, there are medullary rays are there. So these are the microscopic character of the cinchona bark. In the upper side, cork are present. Under the cork, the phallogen and phallogram, the two are present under the cork in the cortex position. Calcium oxalate crystal and the starch grain are present, but steroids are absent in the secondary phloem portion. Sheath tube, fibers, and the phloem parenchyma are present. In the most downer section, the medullary rays are present. So these are the microscopic character of the cinchona bark. Now, the active chemical constituent present in cinchona bark: quinine, quinidine, cinchonine, cinchonidine, cuprin, hydroquinone, and the quinic acid. So these are some active chemical constituents which are present in cinchona bark. Now, some of the chemical structure of the active chemical constituents which are present in cinchona. First one is the quinine structure, second one is the quinidine structure, third one is the cuprin structure, and the last one is the cinchonidine structure. These are the four chemical structure of the four chemical active constituents present in cinchona bark. Now the extraction procedure of quinine. How to extract the quinine? First is cinchona bark is transformed to the powder form. Then the powder are extracted with adding benzene or toluene. Then the solution comes in the alkali form. Then cinchona alkaloid or quinine alkaloid are extracted with adding dilute sulfuric acid. By bringing or adding the acid, the extract come into the neutral form. Then quinine sulfate separate because it is sparingly soluble in that solvent. So that is the extraction procedure of quinine. First, cinchona bark is transferred into the powder form. Then it is extracted after adding benzene or toluene. Then the solution comes into alkali form. Then quinine alkaloid are extracted with adding dilute sulfuric acid. By bringing or adding the acid, the solution or extract come to the neutral form. Then quinine sulfate separate because it is sparingly soluble in that solvent. That is the extraction procedure of quinine. Next, there are three chemical identification tests of cinchona. First is heat the powdered cinchona drug in a dry test tube with adding some glacial acetic acid. If purple vapor form, that confirm the presence of cinchona. That is the first identification test of cinchona. Next, if powdered drug gives emerald green color with adding bromine water and dilute ammonia solution, then also it confirms the presence of cinchona. Next is, if quinidine solution gives white precipitation with adding silver nitrate solution and as well as adding some nitric acid also, if it gives the white precipitation, then it confirms the presence of quinidine in cinchona. So these are the three chemical identification tests of cinchona. Now the uses of cinchona. Firstly, cinchona bark is used as an anti-malarial drug. It is also used as stomachic, that means that promote the appetite due to its bitter taste. It is also used to prevent the atrial fibrillation and also used to prevent certain arrhythmia also. Quinidine is primarily used as a cardiac depressant and it has also an antipyretic action also. So basically, cinchona bark, the main uses of the cinchona bark is anti-malarial drug. Sometimes it is used as an stomachic due to its bitter taste. Quinidine is used to prevent the atrial fibrillation and as well as the arrhythmia. Also, it is quinidine used as the cardiac depressant, and quinidine has also an antipyretic action. These are some therapeutic uses of cinchona. Now, the process of section cutting of cinchona bark and study under the microscope step by step. That means now we will discuss the process how to perform the section cutting of cinchona bark and study under the microscope step by step. In first step, first of all, we have to collect the portion of cinchona bark. Then we have to cut the cinchona bark cross sectionally or transverse sectionally into thin pieces. That means we have to cut into thin pieces cross sectionally or transverse sectionally into thin pieces with the help of the blade. Now we have to use a brush to collect the thin portion of the cinchona bark which are already cutted by the blade. Then with the help of the brush, those cutted thin pieces is placed on the microscopic slide with the same brush. In the next step, we have to add some chloral hydrate or few drop of chloral hydrate onto that microscopic slide, onto the thin portion of the cinchona bark which are placed already into the microscopic slide for removing the color from the pieces. That's why we have to add the chloral hydrate. Then we have to place that microscopic slide on a Bunsen burner for heating purpose for 30 to 60 seconds. In the next step, we again add few drop of photoglycerol onto that microscopic slide. Again, we add few drop of hydrochloric acid onto that microscopic slide which contain that pieces of cinchona bark. In the next step, we again add pure drop of glycerin onto the microscopic slide which contain that cinchona bark pieces. And next step, in the next step, we place a cover slip onto that microscopic slide which contain that portion of the cinchona bark. We have to place the cover slip onto the exact portion where cinchona bark are placed onto that microscopic slide. We have to place the cover slip onto that microscopic slide properly. Next, and the final step, that is, finally we have to place that microscopic slide under the microscope. So finally we have to place the microscopic slide under the microscope, and now we can, after placing the slide under the microscope, we can view the microscopic character of the cinchona bark under the microscope. Now, view of the cinchona bark under the microscope. This is the view of the cinchona bark under the microscope. The second picture, visual picture of the cinchona bark under the microscope. Another picture. In that picture, we can visualize a pink spot under the microscope. These are the again picture of the view of the cinchona bark under the microscope. These are the lower portion of the cinchona bark. And last one, it is the view of the powdered form of cinchona bark under the microscope. I again repeat, it is the last picture, the view of the powdered form of the cinchona bark under the microscope. Now, transverse section of the cinchona bark under the microscope, and they are identified microscopical structure under the microscope. In the topmost section, here the cork cells are there. Under the cork cell, the phellogen and phelloderm are there. In the cortex portion, the blank hole are there, which are identified as secretory canal in the cortex portion. So this is the first transverse section diagram of the cinchona bark, which are identified several microscopical character of the cinchona. Next, transverse section of the cinchona. From that picture, we can identify the pink spotted, which are further identified as the phloem fiber lignified. Lignified phloem fiber are in the pink color spotted under the microscope, and this long chain-like structure are identified as medullary ray, and also in between the two phloem fiber lignified, florin parenchyma are also identified. These are some other microscopic character of the cinchona under the microscope. These are the longitudinal section of the cinchona. Here also we can identify the medullary ray and also the lignified phloem fiber. Lignified phloem fiber and the medullary ray also identified from the longitudinal section of the cinchona. Again, we can identify more precisely the lignified phloem fiber in or from that two picture. We can identify the lignified phloem fiber under the microscope. Another picture which from which you can identify the medullary ray with pink color and phloem fiber lignified are in the pink color. So basically from that another microscopical view of the cinchona bark, you can identify the medullary ray and the lignified phloem fiber which are in the pink color under the microscope. Again, you can identify the phloem fiber with the phloem parenchyma from that two picture under the microscope. Again, these are the cork of cinchona which we can identify under the microscopical view of the cinchona bark with the cork of cinchona. So these are all the several microscopical characters which we can identify from the section cutting of the cinchona bark and study under the microscope. Now, students, here are some questions to test your knowledge after watching the whole video lecture. First is, what are the chemical constituents present in cinchona bark? That means what are active chemical constituents present in the cinchona bark? Write the name of them. Next, write to therapeutic uses of cinchona. Write to therapeutic uses of cinchona. And other one is the right to chemical identification test for cinchona. That means the process from which you can identify the cinchona. Like the process of the identification test for cinchona, like the process of the test procedure, and the last one, why chloral hydrate is added in time of section cutting of cinchona bark. Why chloral hydrate solution is added in time of section cutting of cinchona bark process. So, students, you have to remember the answer of these 4 questions. You have to remember first and note down the answer in your notebook. Thank you for listening and thank you for your patience. Thank you.